the Lions offense, which in my opinion is by far the best test of this team. And I think the best unit overall for the Lions is their offensive line. Here's Fred Warner just talking about what it's like dealing with that Detroit Lions offense and offensive line.
A lot of challenges. I think it starts up front with their offensive line. I think they have one of the best offensive line groups in the league. They have big guys who are athletic, who play with the right mindset, along with the rest of their team. But then also you add the two-headed monster at the running back that they have with Montgomery and Gibbs. I think it's a 1-2 punch. You got your physical and you got your speed there with quickness. And that's where the challenges present, because they can run downhill, they can hit you on the outside. So we have to obviously cover all areas.
And their numbers are good. Okay, let's go through. Same thing we did with the defense. Let's do for the Lions offense. 5th in points scored. Now the 49ers defense, 3rd in points scored. 3rd in total yards. 49ers, defense is 8th in yards allowed. 19th in turnovers for the Lions offense, not good. 20th in fumbles, not good. 13th in interceptions, above average. 5th in first downs. They stay on the field. 2nd in passing yards, 4th in passing touchdowns, 3rd in yards per pass attempt, 7th in rush attempts, 5th in rush yards. 49ers 3rd in yards allowed rushing, 1st in rushing touchdowns. They score when they get in there. They're good. 3rd in red zone percentage. 49ers defense 16th. Last week, probably one of the biggest keys to the victory was you kept stopping the Packers in the red zone. Can you do that again this week? Because the Lions are going to get there. They've got too good of an offense, too good of a scheme not to get there. They're going to get in there. You just got to stop the touchdowns. Got to stop the touchdowns. That's huge. Players, Penei Sewell's their best player. Offense, defense, doesn't matter. Right tackle, he's incredible. He's got the #1 grade for any tackle, and that's including Trent Williams on the year. He is the best of the best. He's really freaking good. Is he better than Trent Williams? No. But when Trent was asked about him, I'll have this clip cut, but Trent was asked about him yesterday, and he's like, he does a lot of the same things I do, and I think that he's probably, not one of the best right tackles now, but might be one of the best right tackles in a long time. You can go back for a while. Like, he's that damn good. Amon-Ra St. Brown, oof. He's a fun player, man. And, it's interesting because I don't want to play that clip, but here we go. Let's play this. Kyle Shanahan was asked what it's like covering Amon-Ra St. Brown and what the responsibilities are going to be.
Best we can. He does. I mean, he's a really good football player, and they get him the ball in a number of different ways. So there's no way to just cover a guy. You don't just say cover him in man, cover him in zone. It's about defending the team and the scheme, and when you do that, you usually make it harder for a good player too. And if you don't, their scheme gets going, they run the ball well, they throw the ball, whatever it is, and you're just trying to defend both, and then you're going to get a guy like that good looks. And when you get a guy like that good looks, it's similar to when you get guys like that we have good looks. It's not easy to stop him.
It's not easy to stop. He's incredible. He's going to get his, and he fits. Like, if Amon-Ra St. Brown was on the 49ers, that dude, bird of a feather. He's tough as hell, physical. He's not big, but he plays big. He plays huge. And so he fits. Sam Laporta fits. That dude fits. And so there's a couple guys, like the similarities between the 49ers offense and the Lions defense, personnelling, scheme-wise, play calling, tendencies. There's a lot of overlap there. Now, do they do anything as well as the 49ers do? I think that they could eventually, but not now. And I don't like to do the matchup like quarterback versus quarterback, running back versus running back, because they're never on the field against each other. But okay, let's just play this game briefly. I don't like doing this, but here's the difference. Brock Purdy or Jared Goff. Okay, I think that's pretty simple. Okay, CMC or Jamar Gibbs. Right now, it's CMC. 3 years, probably going to be Jamar Gibbs. He's that damn good. All right. Brandon Ayuk and Debo, or Amon-Ra St. Brown and, fill in the blank. All right, we got that one. Kittle or Laporta. That one might be the closest. That one might be the closest as of now. Kittle was first team All-Pro. Laporta was second team All-Pro. Like, those guys, same college, that one might be equivalent. All right, let's do Penei Sewell or Trent Williams. You see what I'm saying? Now, outside of that, then it's The top, it's 49ers, 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 49ers. A couple ties. Once you get past that, though, and you get to the depth, and now you're talking offensive line, oh, it's center. The biggest mismatch is Frank Ragnow versus Jake Brindle. Right guard, right tackle, all those, like, it's not even close. And I don't know. Oh, we got more Lions people in here. What's up, King? King Hudson, appreciate you here, man. More Lions fans, love it. Always bring it. Always bring it. It's always welcome. Everybody's here. I ain't got no problem who you are or who you're with, whatever. Love it. But Frank Ragnow is probably one of my favorite centers in the NFL. Creed Humphrey's the new style center. Frank Ragnow's a little bit more old school, physical mover. Like he's like, you know, bulldozer type center. He's just great. And he's been dealing with injuries, but he is so good. But they do have some weaknesses. I'm going to mess up this dude's name. He's the new left guard. Jacoyede Awosika. Freaking awesome name. My name is John Chapman. How do I even match up to that, right? That is such a cool name. He's got a 46 pass grade. 46 pass blocking grade. Jamison Williams, he's a streamer. I probably should have said that because that's a betting term, and you can't do that with Jamison Williams. He likes to bet. I didn't do that on purpose. That was a mistake on my part. But he is fast. I really didn't do that on purpose. But anyway, like I said, how similar they are. Here's just a couple stats. The Lions offense, 55% of their running plays are inside and outside zone. 49ers, 57%. So we do it a little more than they do, but barely. And they don't throw it deep much. Jared Goff has 3 deep pass attempts over 20 air yards in the past 3 games combined. Don't throw it deep that much. Get it to their playmakers, all that stuff. That's what they do. But whenever Jared Goff gets hit, which hasn't happened, again, only 3 times has Jared Goff been hit in the past 3 games. They have kept him upright. And you got to hit him. You got to hit him. Now, we've seen Jared Goff a lot. A whole lot. 49ers are 7, or Jared Goff is 3-7 against the 49ers, and he's lost 5 straight. Here's Shanahan talking about Baby Giraffe.
I think he's showing some of the stuff that he did in LA. I mean, you go with Jared, I mean, he built for a number of years, especially, you know, I think 17, 18, really 18. I mean, he played at MVP type level. When Jared's, when they give him a good scheme, when he's got good people around him, Jared's going to always find the spot. He's as accurate as any quarterback I've seen. He can play at a very top level. If you sit and make things easy for him, he will gas you. I've seen it over and over, whether it's with the Rams, whether it's with Detroit, and that's why you challenge it. You better be on your stuff or he can embarrass you fast.
You got to hit him. And again, if you look at Goff, whenever everything is correct and on pace and protected, that dude is straight fire. Probably one of the most accurate passers in the NFL when everything is on time, tempo, no anything. But you look at him whenever he's in a dome, which he plays at home in Detroit, or outside, it doesn't even look like the same player. You look at him versus turf and grass, a little bit of a variable, not as consistent, not even the same player. Indoors, outdoors, home and away. On and on and on and on and on. If things don't go his way, he is average at best. Average at best. You got to hit the dude. You got to hit this guy. And whenever you do hit him, that's where things start to go. And right here, listen to Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I think he is the same guy. Not saying he's played great in LA and he's played great with Detroit. But the key is obviously getting pressure on him. He's got a really good O-line, so it makes it tough. But you cover up his first couple reads and you get after him, hit him a few times. It changes things a little bit.
Now, I want to step back for a second because I want to talk a little bit more about the Niners now with this aspect. Probably one of the most emailed or DM topics that I get is like, why are the 49ers not getting pressure on the quarterback? Why are we not hitting the quarterback like we used to? All these things. And Shanahan was asked this question yesterday, and the question was posed this way. I want to do the best I can. It wasn't a good question. Are you pissed off that the 49ers defensive line is getting all these millions of dollars, but they're not getting sacks? And Shanahan kind of had fun with it, but he gave probably one of the second part of this. This is a 40-second clip, but context and film matters. So here's the question. Shanahan, are you pissed off? You're paying all this money to the defensive line, but you're not getting sacks. Here's Shanahan's response.
That's not acceptable.
No. I don't go in there and say, look at these millions, look at the 0 sacks. This isn't acceptable. I go in there and I look at how we won, how it came. No, if you got a 4-man rush and people are chipping every time and the back's staying in to help, well, which means you have 8 guys in protection, there's 1 quarterback, there's 2 guys out on a route and 7 guys in coverage, probably not going to give any sacks, but I don't think you're going to give any points either. So there's a balance out to it. Yeah, we want more sacks, definitely, but how are you guys going to play us? How are we going to do it? And I liked how our D-line played.
Dude, right here, royalty in the chat, nothing but Niners. Appreciate you, man. He says, showing some love to my guy, John. Keep up the hard work, bud. Keep inspired. I think the lack of sacks is overrated. Thank you for the kind comments and support. You're the freaking man. Big fan. And look, I'll say this. You watch that tape in the second half, they're attributing 8 guys, if you're counting the quarterback, or 7 guys just to stop 4. They'll have 2 to 3 man routes, and it didn't work. It did not work. And I don't know, man. You look at what teams have to do, and if they're going to keep everybody in to protect Goff, great. We'll be fine. You just do your damn job and don't let Ambry Thomas do what he does. Ambry's got more good tape than bad tape this year. I know that he had some bad tape this game, really bad tape. But even with him having his worst game of his career, we still won. They scored 21 points, and 8 of those points were because of the damn special teams. We're all right.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.